5, 4, 3, 2.
Greetings, comic book and movie fans. I'm Jonaluthor from this side of your screen. In this episode, I'm going to talk about the most recent release from the MCU. I mean, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And that is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Let's talk a little about it.
¿Sientes su presencia? ¿Sientes la presencia? Es...
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, it's about Shang-Chi and how he's currently living in San Francisco. After 10 years of being away from his dad, that it's a big crime lord, now he's trying to have a peaceful life. But suddenly, some people and some guys apparently hired for his dad, they come in and they stole something really important for him. So now, Shang-Chi must reunite again with his family. He has a sister and with his dad to solve this situation. Meanwhile, his dad has a plan to rescue his mom. But in the middle of all this, there's the destiny of this world that now Shang-Chi must deal with it. Basically, this is a fantasy, adventure, action movie mixed all together in a superhero content, and it's a good mix. It works really good. This is not a typical superhero movie. This movie is more about it's more like an adventure, a family reunion movie, combined a little bit with fantasy and Asian mythology, but it fits really good. You cannot make any difference between this one, and maybe it's gonna remind you another movies like Mulan or Raya and the Last Dragon, because it involves all these elements. A little bit of fantasy, a little bit of family struggling, a little bit of inner drama, a little bit of comedy, and dragons. So, if you don't like superhero movies or you're not really a good fan of superhero movies, you can enjoy this one, and this might be the best introduction to superheroes or the best introduction for the MCU, because I'm telling you again, this is not the typical superhero movies. It's different, and I think is the best way to understand a little bit about this character, because nobody was and this character never was mentioned before, and this is the perfect introduction for this character. And we know that from now on, the MCU is not gonna be the same. Prepare yourself, because Shang-Chi came to stay. The character Shang-Chi was introduced in the comic books in December of 1973 in the comic book Marvel Special Edition number 15. And since that day, he stayed in the comic book in the Marvel Universe until now. And now it's one of the most important characters in the Marvel Universe in the comic books. So, from now on, like I told you, this is the debut for the character in the MCU. However, this doesn't mean that it's not going to be really important from now on. Probably, and just probably according to the things happening in the movie, Shang-Chi is going to be a central character from the MCU from now on and from the next movies. Because the interaction that it's going on inside the movie, that you can see it, it's very important. Like I told you, maybe you don't like superhero movies, but from now on, and if you watch Shang-Chi, you will know that the superhero movies, it's not gonna be the same from now on. And, of course, being a martial arts movie, one of the best aspects in this film are the fightings. the scene in the bus, the scene in the building, and fightings in general are really, really good. And they are better because it's humans against humans. Like I told you, this is not a typical superhero movies when you're gonna see monsters or people flying or receiving or being bulletproof. No, this is human versus human in a very good fighting, and different martial arts are involved. So if you like fighting, if you like good special effects, if you like mythological creatures, and if you like all this combined in some kind of action, adventure, fantasy movie, Shang-Chi, without a doubt, it's for you. My score for this film is, it's probably one of the best superhero movies that I ever seen. And it's not gonna be the same from now on. Shang-Chi is the first Marvel Cinematic Universe Phase 4 movie, and it's the perfect introduction for what will be from now on to the MCU. And believe me, the things looks that they are gonna be amazing. With this new generation of superheroes combined with some of the elements that they were there before this film, Shang-Chi is, I think, in my top 3 of the MCU movies. And like I told you, this is a new character for you, but if you want to know a little bit more about the background and the origins of this character, I'm going to leave you a link below. In that way you will know where this character come from in the comic book. But with this movie, you will know his origins in the films. And it's a good character. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings was released on September the 3rd, and it should be available now in your local movie theater. So, check the schedule, go to your local movie theater, and enjoy this movie, because believe me, it's gonna be a really, really good experience. And in that way, you will support your local movie theater that, believe me, the industry needs it. And by the way, remember, if you're looking for a really good movie theater, go to AMC. The staff is good, the snacks are good, and the price are really fair. In that way, we're gonna keep this tradition of being the movie theater for many years, because AMC it's been there for more than 100 years, and the staff is really cool, right? I tell them this because my buddy from AMC in St. Cresville, Ohio, are one good person that every time that I go over there, they treat me really good. So, thank you, buddies. I will be there next week again. And this is the end of the episode. I appreciate so much that you have seen to the end. And remember, if you like it, give me a big thumbs up. Your comments are really important, so don't forget to leave it in this section below this video. In that way, I will know what is your opinion about these videos, about the movie, and whatever you want to talk about it, if it is to improve this channel. Share, because in that way, a lot of people we know about this movie, and we make this community of movie fans growing. And subscribe to the channel. Give a click to the notification ring bell, and in that way, you will know for new updates in these videos. It's just a small click for you, but it means a lot for me. Remember, I'm Jonaluthor, and you can find me with that nickname in YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. See you in the next episode. Greetings and keep in touch.